Record. Yes. Okay, ladies, we're recording. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your tech savviness. Okay, so today is, I think, Thursday, and we're in January. Today's team call, we're going to be talking about how I doubled my income last year. And I didn't even know that I did it. I kind of just had a second and I was like, I should probably see like what happened last year. And then I took a look at it and I was like, holy forking shirt balls. I'm going to try not to swear tonight too. But disclaimer, I sometimes swear. So I wanted to like just share it with you because there was a few pivotal things that happened last year that literally changed everything. And it was the craziest, hardest year that we've ever lived. So if we can make that happen, anybody can make it happen. So I wanted to start anyways. Is Coralie on yet? No. I wanted to start with recognitions. I know she has some recognitions to do. I wanted to welcome, we have a few new coaches. So we have Maya as a new coach. We have Megan as a new coach. We have Dominica's getting back into coaching as she feeds her baby with a bottle. Joanne is a new coach this month, so we're so stoked to have you guys on the team. And then Megan hit Emerald in a hot freaking second. So she's not on the call yet because she's in class, I think. But in 2 days of signing up, she hit Emerald, which means she signed up 2 friends and gave them a coach discount. And she is now an Emerald coach and starting to make that team volume, which is like the passive income, which is amazing. So it's super stoked for her. And she's like 1 second also away from getting Success Club, which means this month she'll get a hat, which is super cute. And if she does it, or any of you guys do hit Success Club in the first 6 months of your business, for 3 of those months, then you get to be in the next test group. So I think Shaun T's test group has already existed. So the one, his dancing one that's coming out in the spring. So it's going to be, I think, Amala's new program that's going to be coming out next. So that will be the test group for those of you who are just starting. That will be the test group that you have the opportunity to be part of, which is pretty friggin' awesome. So those of you doing 9B Control Freak, you can see the test group when she's filming. Everybody who she's going to talk to in the Zoom call, that's her test group. So you get to do it while the cast is filming it, which is so cool. And then you get to be in like message pods with them. So Coralie actually earned hers. She got to be in the test group for 80 day, 30 day, somebody day breakaway, 30. Thank you. I don't know why all you why did I mute you guys or you muted yourselves? Okay. So she got to be in the test group for that. And she said it was like game changer for like motivation and support. And you get to be in it with the trainer, which is pretty awesome. So she had some coaches to shout out. When she hops on here, we can have her hop on and say her recognitions. Okay, so how is everybody doing? Unmute yourself. How are you guys doing? We got a baby? I miss all your faces. It's been so good to see you. No one wants to talk, I hear, so I'll just keep going. Okay, so a few things, like I said, happened last year, which changed everything. So income disclaimer, which I had written on my phone, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. It's up to your own coach to do diligence and whatever you do to make the money, whatever. You got to do the work. That's basically what Beachbody tells you. So in 2017, when I signed up in January. The end of that year, I made just shy of $6,000. That year, what I did was everything that Lindsay told me to do. But I found myself always doing the business. That's how I felt I was doing it. And I started coaching at the same time as I was like starting my journey as like on the health and wellness journey. So I didn't know any of the programs. I didn't know any of the trainers. I knew nothing. So I found it overwhelming. And I found that I was coming from a place of like salesy. And that's totally not my vibe. And I wasn't comfortable. But I did the things and obviously still made a decent income. In 2018, I made just shy of 9,000, still doing the same things. I wasn't really tracking. I'll explain that later. I wasn't really tracking my people in a great way. I was kind of just doing the things and flying by the seat of my pants, going back on my phone, checking who I'd last had a conversation with. And that's how I was doing my business. 2019 made just shy of 10. So really not substantial jumps. And then 2020, I made like a smidgen shy of 20,000. which literally I almost shit my pants when I saw that, because honestly, I didn't believe in this business to make an income. And though $20,000 for some of you is gonna be like, man, whatever. But for us, that's substantial. And for a lot of people that are on this team that I do know, like that's a lot of money. So doing that as well on top of a full-time job. So last year, COVID hit, we found out we were pregnant. I had miscarried the month before. We had to homeschool the kids, all the things. And in those months, that's when my business exploded, and it was because of vision. So I started 2020 with vision. I don't have my, still in the fridge. Hold on, hot second, hold on. Making things fall off the fridge now. I made a vision board last year for the first time, and I talked to you guys about this before. But this was my vision board, and on it, I was really took a second to figure out what I wanted for our team, what I wanted for my business going forward, and why. So last year, my why was so different than this year. And every year it changes, because when I just started, all I wanted to do in 2017 was help one person feel what I had felt. I'd felt so many changes in the first month and how I was feeling that I wanted that for someone else. So, but I didn't really still believe in what I was doing, right? I was still just doing the things. But as the years have grown, things have changed. So I did the vision board. I did also, and I'll try to link it when I post this video. I did a vision casting call by Moira Kabasawa, whatever. I can't say her name. I used to call her Kombucha. She actually now is #1 in the company, but she really speaks on vision. She did an amazing call with some of the other leaders. And like I said, I'll link that one. And she had another one too. And I did those calls and really got deep with what my why was. And if you guys don't have a why, you got to figure it out. And it's got to be more. I did a talk on the Hub Challengers, but like it's got to be more than just like I want to be skinny or I want to fit in these pants. Well, why do you want to fit in those pants? Well, because I'll feel comfortable in my body. Well, why do you want to feel comfortable in your body? And like dig deep, like keep going every time you answer your own question. And so I got really deep with my why, and then I got really deep with figuring out what was holding me back. And I wasn't having those conversations with the people that I needed to, that were really kind of talking in the back of my mind. So my mom never believed in this business. Even when I brought her on the cruise, she didn't even like, she was like, oh my God. Like we are under cruise, for those of you who don't know, from the company, and the whole cruise was all Beachbody. And then she started to see like, oh, and even then I still didn't have a conversation of why I'm doing this business, why I want this to work. And it wasn't until I did those things that I then felt like this relief that, okay, I can do this. And I had a conversation with Ryan because he didn't really understand. Like I didn't really talk income with him. I didn't talk how much I was earning because I really didn't even know. And I wasn't talking about why I wanted to do it. I was just doing it because I really loved it. And he saw that I loved it. But it's got to be more than that. So I would tell him stories of people who would send me messages being like, I feel like so much better. I was able, like, I'm trying to think of the stories, but like I had one person say like, when I started this, I didn't think that I was worthy of anything. And I was really close to breaking. My husband and I were close to like breaking or like divorcing, but I found my way back to my joy and my happiness. And I find that this mental health reprieve has helped me with my communication with him. And we are now in a great place. And I had someone reach out to me and said that one of my posts, they were thinking of committing suicide. And I've never talked to this person before, like never had a conversation. She's never liked or commented on my post. She read my post and she changed her mind. So you have no idea, and I'm gonna get emotional over this one because I try not to talk about it because I get emotional, but you have no idea what impact you can make and what a foundation that this business will give you. Okay, so I started to get conversations with people that could be the people holding me back. And I got really deep with figuring out who those people were. And then I signed up my husband at the end of 2019 because I finally believed in signing up your spouse. Before that, I was like, that makes no sense. Why would I pay for signing up my husband? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But I realized the things that you can do, which is a whole other call, but the things that you can do under your husband's account that then grows your account and your volume, that passive income. And you can control what you can control. There's so many things with COVID that we can't control. I can control my husband's business. I can do that. So I can sign people up under him and I can rank advance his business. And so we did that. We rank advanced him to 1 star last year. And again, that then gave me passive income. So not only was he earning income, I was earning income too. So that was freaking awesome. If you have business goals and have been doing this for a bit, like that's a whole other call I could do for you guys on how to do it and how to do placements and what to put under him and all that stuff. I just pay his business activity fees. I don't buy anything under him. I've now started to do every 2 months something under him. I'm doing Shakeology. It's my mom's Shakeology, but it gives us success points, and it gives us points towards like our elite points because we're aiming to go for elite this year. Okay, I'm getting off track. So vision, hold on. So the vision for the team I wanted to grow. That was the other thing. So we went to Summit was the last Summit 2019? Was that before COVID? Yes. No anymore. It's all a blur. Went to Summit in 2019 and I went there and I saw other teams there and I just felt this feeling of I wanted more. And I felt this feeling of like, who do I want to travel with? Who do I want to grow this with? And you guys are all here and you guys all came from Vision, but I wanted women who were busy and I wanted women who wanted to go on forest walks with me. And I wanted people who had a family and were driven in that way too, or had a spouse and wanted more, but also wanted to find a way to love the life that they're living right now too. So to enjoy the moment and then also go there. So I really cast it out, and I have a whole thing that I started doing affirmations. I cast it out exactly who I wanted to grow this business with, and I read it every single morning, and I still read it almost every single morning, depending what time Reese wakes me up. But I read it and I think about it, and those are the people that magically have come onto this team last year and already this year. So then the other big thing that changed was time blocking. So what I was doing before was flying by the seat of my pants. And I was really just doing things as I could do things. Still happens from time to time and like happening now more with Reese, but now that she's having more of a schedule, I'm able to get back into time blocking. I've done another call on it, but briefly, time blocking is when you figure out your power pockets in your day and you basically just maximize them. You set a timer, 15 minutes, send out your thank yous. And then you find a power pocket later, you hide in a bathroom, you go to have a poop, and then you do another power pocket of 5 minutes because that's mom life. And then you do another power pocket and you update your stories. The biggest thing that changed too is I wasn't inviting just random people. I was inviting people who were following my stories and my posts. I started to do more value-driven posts. So posts where I was offering value. So a recipe, or this is what worked for us, or getting more open with sharing things that will direct me to people I want to help because they're like me. So I talked more about Jack being our more child. I talked more about postpartum depression and anxiety because that was my starting point. That was where I was off my rocker, in depression, not happy, and like failing at everything, or at least feeling that way. So I want to help those people not feel that way anymore because that's where I've come from and that's where I don't ever want to go back to. So those are the people that I want to help. So if I speak about it more, those are the people that I'm going to be able to help, if that makes sense. So power pockets, doing those because like I said, guys, it was COVID. We were renovating. This whole kitchen was gone, which you can't see because I'm on the crummy camera. But like this whole kitchen was demolished. We had just cut down a wall. I was throwing up all the time because of morning sickness, and then homeschooling the 2 crazy kids, and then working full time as a nurse, with COVID, like in a COVID environment, and not being able to tell anybody I was pregnant, and still being able to do it because of Power Pockets. So when you think you're busy and you can't do this, get over yourself, get deep with your why, and keep moving. The other thing I started to do was I stopped saying, I'm not going to hit Success Club or worrying about Success Club. I stopped that whole mindset and I changed my words the second that that thought popped in my head to, if I continue to do the things, everything will fall into place. So if you guys have seen the training, I think I tagged some of you in it. 4 things. These are the 4 things you need to do to move your business forward. You need to invite, you need to follow up, you need to do thank yous or share love, and you need to, what's the other one? I should have written it down. You need to add to your network. So for those of you starting, don't add to your network. You have a plethora of people who know you and who love you, or who may not love you, and then they can say goodbye. That's the other thing that this business, for those of you who are starting, will learn, is that there are going to be some people who don't follow you or don't post or don't like on your stuff. Those are not your tribe. Those are people you don't want to help anyways. So like the people who are there to be your cheerleaders are the people who are going to continue on your journey the whole time, and they're going to continue to follow, or they're going to secretively follow, and then eventually they're going to start liking, and eventually they're going to come along. So that was a thing that I still say to myself. If I keep doing the things, everything will follow. So I was starting to do live power hours. So I got connected with like the top of the company. They do power hours, coaches, top coaches, and they do power hours 3 times a day. The link is in the top of 180 of the hub, sorry, under unit section. And so they do power hours and they just breeze through everything you need to do in your business for the day. I started doing those at 1 o'clock. That was my time to do it. Friday, you have to do every second Friday with Julie Voiseau. I can't say her name. She's freaking amazing. But I started to do those. And then I started to see the change, and I started to see the change in my business. I didn't look at income because that's not where I'm driven, but I started to see people were just coming to me more freely. My posts were coming more freely. Things were coming with more ease than they had ever done before. And I realized, again, if I continue to do the things, everything will follow. Again, repeat on constant. And then I realized that I had this self-limiting belief that, well, not self-limiting belief, but this belief that because my coach didn't do what I needed from her, I was never going to get to where I needed to go because she wasn't what I needed. And I had to realize that I needed to be the person I needed for myself. I needed to search out the people that would inspire me and drive me forward, and do the things that I needed in order for myself to thrive. It wasn't on her to make me an amazing coach. It was on me. It was on me, and it's on you to drive your business forward and to impact the way you want to impact. It's not on me, but I am here to be your best cheerleader ever and like be so stoked for you when you hit those markers and support you every step of the way, however you need it. But I didn't voice that. And so I held this block for so long. And now I try doing better. I try to be that for you guys. I try to be what I needed personally for you guys, and to not push you to be something that you aren't ready for or don't want, and just meet you where you're at. And eventually you'll hit whatever goal you want. What else was I going to say? Okay, so income wasn't something I really ever talked about either before, because I didn't want to come off as like, what word did I use? Like, I don't know. You don't want to come off as cocky. You don't want to come off as like, hey, I'm making this money and you might be in a dire situation, especially with COVID. Like, I didn't want to talk about it. But what I learned is that there's so many people out there that want this income and need this income. And it's selfish for me to not share this opportunity if it's the right fit for them. I'm not the person who's going to be pushy. I'm not someone who's going to like tell you you need to do this and this is going to be like your amazing relief for your family. But it's on me to not offer them this opportunity. So just the same as you not offering like a challenge pack to someone, not inviting someone is not giving someone this gift that can change their life. If all of you who have been doing this for a while can all probably say, actually unmute yourself and tell me one thing that that being a challenger has done for you. Everybody unmute, start with Monique. Did I mute you, or can I, hold on, ask to unmute for you. Everybody unmute yourself. Can you do that? Okay. Monique's still working on unmuting herself. Laura, tell me one thing that this has done for you.
One thing?
Okay, go, keep going. Just do it. Just do it.
No, honestly, I mean, I have always worked out individually at the gym before all this. I honestly never thought I'd actually use the community.
You're like our best cheerleader.
I don't know. It's so weird. But I found something that I needed. Like, I was in a position where when I first started, I was on maternity leave. I felt alone. I was dealing with a lot of the postpartum depression feelings as well. So it really brought me back and gave me back a piece of myself that I forgot that I had.
Yep. Heaven?
I think kind of like in a similar way, it's what I'm noticing is that it's kind of brought me to enjoy things more that like I always thought that I hated or that was boring. And now I'm realizing I didn't like them before, first of all, because they were hard, because I had more weight and I wasn't as strong, but also because I was looking at things so negatively all the time. And now like I have this constant reminder and this constant community of people who are saying like, let's flip the switch, let's look at things in a different way, let's like see the positive. And it's reminding me to do it to myself, and it's rippling out to like my family, my spouse, and it's really, really good.
The butterfly effect. That's what I call it. It's like, it's the ripple, it's the butterfly effect. And that's what it is. Like, it's don't not help one person, or don't not offer this opportunity to one person because you think they don't need it. Because that person could then ripple into another person, into their coworkers, into their families, into like, it's a constant. And you'll see it the longer you're in this business, how much the ripple effect happens. Who's there? Dominica.
Yeah, hi.
What's the hi? What's the biggest thing that you've seen change in your life with being a challenger or a coach?
Well, I guess my mindset. I don't know. If I like when I used to always work out at the gym, and then I don't know, I signed up with you, but then I was like, I wasn't really using it, and I was still going to the gym.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I felt more challenged with these workouts, and then I was like super hard on myself, and I don't like my body. Even when I was like 116 pounds, I wanted to lose more. I wanted to gain more, but I find with this, I gain more in like friendships. I gain more in positivity, and yeah.
And a baby.
Wow. Yeah.
So those of you who don't know, her and Jen, which they are like inseparable, they never knew they knew each other. We went to high school together, but like they were never friends in high school. And now they're like best friends who do life together. Okay, Monique.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
My mindset, because I used to work out and then I stopped. And then when Corley reached out to me, I said, that's it, because I needed it. So the motivation, and then by doing my workout every day, get more confidence. And this group of ladies I love it. Like, it's great.
It's my happy place.
Yes.
Ashley?
Yeah, so I also used to work out at a gym, and same thing, signed up with you, but was still going to the gym, kind of doing this here and there. But it took the pandemic to actually like do home workouts every day. And seeing everybody else working out and posting about their workouts made me motivated to keep going and to continue on,
It's awesome.
show up every day. So
Consistency.
yeah.
Maya?
So I guess for me, it's mostly like mindset and kind of mental health and a way to kind of like not think about anything else while I'm working out and just focus on working out. And like previously, I'm not a big fan of going to the gym. But what I did do is like I would always commute to work by biking. So once the pandemic hit, I didn't really, didn't go anywhere really for work. So I really kind of needed that, like to work out, to kind of not forget about pandemic life, forget about work, and just focus on working out. And I think the great thing about like the community and stuff is that you guys are so active, posting all the time, and it's very encouraging and motivating. And in a way, I find with a lot of my friends with pandemic life, like everyone's kind of at times like we get active in terms of chatting with each other, but then there are times where everyone's kind of in their own world and like dealing with kids and work and all that. So having that constant kind of message or a post, it really feels like, oh, there are people out there and communicating, and just great to, you feel that energy. So that's
true.
really encouraging and motivating.
Awesome. Brandy.
So yeah, I don't really have a major why. I don't know.
You have a major thing that's changed though in you in doing this. Like
No.
Even as a challenger, like do you think that something has changed in you or that like since being a challenger?
I don't think so. I guess I signed up and joined because when I was working at my office, we had a gym there that I spent my lunch hour every day busting through my own workout, and then came home and have been working from home since March, and just kind of thought I needed some guidance because I didn't know how to put my own stuff together. So that's really, I guess, the only thing that's helped me is the programs, the change keeps me active and keeps me wanting to press play. I don't really have a whole lot.
No, it's perfect. Kelsey,
Okay.
do you have we have 10 minutes left. Kelsey, are you free to talk? I know her camera's off. We'll give her half a second. If she's not, then I'll just finish up. All right. Kelsey.
I have to keep the camera off, but I can still talk.
Okay, good. Yay. Kelsey's gonna have a baby like any day. I'm so stoked.
Yes. So what was the question, Lauren?
The question was like, what's the biggest thing that's changed for you, either as like in your life, either as a challenger or a coach or both?
You said we only have 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so summed up in a nutshell, definitely mindset. Absolutely mindset. The community, everything. So this is like as a challenger and as a coach. I've been a coach for 3 years now, following you for 4 years. And it has literally changed my life and my family's life to like beyond what I could even express to anybody, regardless of my ups and downs in my coaching business. The mindset has just completely blown me away. Where I was completely in disbelief of myself and no confidence and struggling with depression, with postpartum depression, with anxiety, with everything. Life has taken me through the ringer a few times. And if it was not for this community, I don't know how I would have even had the tools to get through what I went through. So mindset is the biggest, completely. And then of course the workouts, that's been amazing to keep me pushing forward and positive, whether I'm about to pop and I can't work out right now. But then there's the meditations and things, all the other programs that are there. But the community and mindset is the absolute biggest thing that has changed for me.
Totally love it. Love it. Okay, thank you, Kels. So to sum it up, because we got 7 minutes, the only other thing I wanted to say quickly is tracking is everything. So I started to track last year, end of the year before, like 2019, but really consistently track. And it's as easy as this, guys. I don't know if you can see. You can see a whole bunch of names though. So literally this is how ghetto it is. So it just says a column, and it literally just says invite, connect, follow up, coach. So my invites all come from my thank yous, from my posts, or from my stories. Rarely do my invites come from random. Like I don't do cold invites, which sometimes you have to do. Hey, Corley.
Sorry.
It's okay. We got 7 minutes. They rarely come from cold market because I am posting and people are seeing me consistent. So then they see me as being consistent. So then they think they can be consistent. The second thing is connect, which just means thanking people. So it might just be like, thank you so much for following my stories, or thank you so much for sharing the love on this post. I really appreciate it. How are you doing? How are you handling COVID and the pandemic and lockdown? And just coming from a place of really genuinely caring about where they're coming from, and not necessarily just like, I want you to sign up because I want to hit Success Club. Like that's not what this is about. That comes secondary. And then following up is huge. Like you will have people who you will follow up forever. The person who signed up last night, she has almost signed up probably 7 times over the last 3 years. And she signed up finally last night. Like that's just sometimes how it is. Not everybody's going to like sign up that second and move on. You got to do the follow-ups. It took me 18 months to say yes to Lindsay to sign up. So like not everybody's going to be there right away. Just remember it's on their terms, not yours. That was another thing that I really had to change in my mindset. And then coach is just a coaching invite to people. So again, those are the 4 things, because coaching and building my business is important to me. And again, only asking people, that was the other thing. I don't want someone to fill a spot. I will not ask someone to join this team if I don't want to travel with them and I don't want to do life with them, because that's what we do. We do life together. And that had to change versus before I was doing what I thought I needed to do because that's what I was told to fill the spots. That's not what this is about if you want to do this long term and really enjoy it. So like find out who you want to grow with, find out who you want to become, and act like you're already that person. So do the things that you need to do to become the person you want to be. So we got 4 minutes. Vision board for this year. So we are a 10-star diamond elite team. Will we hit it? Who knows? But I have dates on it for every star and how I'm going to make it. So I was really concise this year versus just like, yeah, we're going to hit 10 star. That sounds amazing. Like with no drive, no idea how that's going to happen. No, like I got it. Okay. And Jake really helped with that. That's who you get to work with from corporate. He's amazing if you don't know. Once you hit 1 star, but a really concise plan. I have impact on there. I have Success Club 40 because you know what? I got really outside my comfort zone last year and I wrote Success Club 20 on it. Success Club 20. And I don't know where it is, over here. Success Club 20. And I thought that was crazy. And then I started to hit Success Club 20 like it was easy. And I was like, what? So I put Success Club 40 on there. I put paying off our mortgage next year. I put saving for a cottage and a forever home. We're going to do a leadership retreat somehow with COVID. We'll figure it out. We're going to do that in the fall. I just really be concise with where you want your business to go. Figure out what you want it to be, and then let me or your coach know so we can help you get there. It's not on us to help you grow your business. Like it's not on us to do the things for you. You got to do the things, but they're really not hard. And I'm telling you, it's so much fun. It's so much fun to like have conversations with people you actually like and like then help them and then have them in the hub and then see them every day and then have conversations like Coralie when we're like, hey, have you come out of the cave, woman? How are the night shifts? How you doing? And like just being like, right, Jack goes, Mom, why do you have your hair done and makeup? And I'm like, I decided I'd be put together for my girls tonight because I'm like, they know, you guys know, I'm generally just like myself and tired and normal hair. And anywho, okay, unmute Coralie. You got 2 things to do. We have 3 minutes. You have to say one thing that this business or coaching or being a challenger or both has done for you in your life. And then you need to shout out your girls for recognition.
Okay, I'll shout out first so that I don't forget, because I'm sorry, I didn't realize that there was already a link posted, because I've been sitting around going, I don't know why Lauren didn't like text me.
I
Anyway,
figured out how
it's
to
my
do a
fault.
link.
It's my fault that I'm late. I'm going to shout out to Heaven for Shizzle, because she's showing up on her Facebook and on her Instagram, and like even your Facebook posts while you're doing your workouts and everything. You're incredible. You're blowing my mind with your inspiration. It's crazy. And I want to shout out to Monique too, because she's my emerald on the team and she's still slaying it in the background. I think she's also looking for, is she here yet? Because she was also looking for the link. Oh, I didn't see you. Monique, where are you? I didn't see you. I want to shout out to you too. I didn't know you were here. I love how my little team is growing. So my second thing, you said I only have 3 minutes, is that it's totally changed my my perspective on being outgoing and meeting people that I didn't know, because I've made a ton of new girlfriends that I never expected to make. And my mental health and my mindset, totally, like I've been able to recover from my night shifts better. And I've been able to, when I have my really shitty days, I've been able to like just find my inspiration from the people in the hub. And it's been like a life changer for me. And the business itself has just given me more confidence to move forward and know that I can drop this inspiration on other people. It's something I would never have done 2 years ago. Never.
I love that.
Done.
I'm so happy to have you here. Mic drop. I love it. Okay, we have a minute left. Does anybody have questions? Does anybody want to give me like anything? Any questions? Anything?
Did you record this so I can read it, watch it again?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Who's speaking? Go.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
I have some friends in the US or the UK. Am I able to sign them up even
Both,
though
yeah.
they're not in Canada?
Yeah, so we are in US, we are in UK in certain areas, so you'll have to check. And then we are in France, and we are, where else did we launch? France was the newest one. Yeah, France was the newest one. So those are the places that you can do. Yeah, do
Okay,
that.
sounds good. And my other thing was, can we gift like a subscription? Like if
So
we
you
have
can-
someone's birthday coming up, like could I sign up for them, pay for them, and then have them switch it to their credit card?
So you can only have 2 credit cards under, so I have my husband